Hey guys, we're back with another video and we are continuing the discussion on immigration. What happens when you come to America and you're illegal? Let's talk about it. So previously we did videos on filing for my spouse. My husband is from Jamaica. Did he marry me for a green card? We also did a video on is it better to file for the K-1 fiance visa versus the spouse visa if you've been married less than 2 years. Today we're going to continue that immigration discussion. We're going to talk about those people who come to America and they're here illegally and what is that life like for those people.
So basically what my wife said, we are focused on like people that run off, like illegal immigrant that come to the States or wherever you go that's better than your home country, and then you run off. So when you run off, meaning that you come to the States and the immigration officer, they give you a time period, whether you come on a vacation or whatever, they give you a time period and basically you overstay and don't go home. You know what I'm saying? So I can only talk for a Jamaican because I'm a Jamaican, you know? So the struggle is pretty much hard in Jamaica. So sometimes when we get a little opportunity, like we come over here on a tourist visa, or what the other visa name?
Yeah, so you have like the tourist visa, which is also called a visitor's visa.
Yes.
And then you have the J1 visa, meaning you can come over and work. And they give you like a time period that you can stay here and you're supposed to go back to your home country for a couple of years or whatever the time is. And then maybe you can come back up and work again. You also have people who come over like maybe to go to school. So maybe they got a scholarship or maybe they even have the money to kind of pay to come over and go to school. And then they just don't go back to their country because life is better in America.
Yeah. So life is better in America, as my wife say, and a lot of people like talk about the struggle, which this video is about. They like to talk about when they buy the big house and the BMW and you know what I mean?
Jewelry and fancy clothes.
Yes, them don't. I don't know for what reason they hide when they didn't have no green card or they didn't have no paperwork. You know what I mean? When they wasn't living the life. A lot of people hide that part. So today we're gonna talk about the struggle. So first thing first, when you run off in the States or wherever, you know you're not gonna have no papers. So first thing, you can't get no job. So the first thing, you can't get no job. So you want to go into that, babes?
So typically, you know, when people come over and they don't have any papers, they're not able to like legally go and get a job and pay taxes and, you know, everything that comes with, you know, working legally in America. So a lot of people have to like get a job and maybe get paid what we call under the table, like you get paid cash.
Yes.
So if you're illegal and, you know, maybe I have a business, I need somebody to, you know, kind of work for me. I don't even really have to pay you like minimum wage. I could just kind of pay you some little cash, you know.
So I think most of them work they can do like even like when you cut yard and
yeah, it's different stuff you could do. Like you could work in a restaurant, you know, like you say, yard work, landscaping, you know, construction. If you just know somebody that is willing to give you like that opportunity where they know that they're not going to file or report that to the IRS that you're working.
Yes.
So I'm just going to pay you in cash and that's between me and you.
Yes, so that are the first thing in the struggle, you know. It a go hard, you can't get no job, and when you can't get no job, no money now flow, and from the money now flow, you know.
Life is hard.
Yeah, life is hard. So you know, if you don't have a job, or even if you're getting paid underneath the table, it's not gonna be like enough money. So the second thing is you don't have enough money or you don't have no money.
Because you know money makes the world go round, right? So you need money, especially in America. Like people don't understand that part. Like America ain't all glitter and gold. Like you need money here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically you need money to basically do everything because you have to buy your groceries and you have to take care, you have to pay your rent. So you need money to do everything. So even if you have a vehicle, you have to maintain yourself. So just talk about the whole maintenance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of people don't really understand. Like they just see like what they see on TV or in videos or celebrities or how they think people are living over here.
Yes.
Because Americans like to kind of like show off and we have pride. We don't want nobody to know we living bad. Kind of like how you was even saying earlier. Like people don't want to remember that struggle. But it's like rent is expensive. You make a little bit of money under the table. Like let's just say you make $200 or $300 a week under the table. Like here in Charlotte, that can't even pay rent. Like that's not even gonna cover half of your rent if you're living by yourself. Now some people come and maybe they have like a couple of people living in the house, but then you don't have your own space. So it's like if you don't have money, how you gonna eat? How you gonna pay for a place to stay? People don't really want to take you on as a burden, and you don't have anything to contribute to the house because it's expensive in America,
Yes.
You got utilities, you got rent, you got groceries. If you have a vehicle, like you say, you got to maintain it, tires, gas, oil changes. Like it's a whole lot of other things that come with that people don't really think about,
Yes, so basically is a lot. So you have to have, so you see where you have to have money to survive in America. It's not like Jamaica even where we come from where you can go next door and even beg your neighbor. Something. It's nothing like that. So basically you really have to have money. So the third thing is the weather. So we're going to look on the weather change right now. So a lot of time depends on where you are. The weather change, temperature drop, sometimes you get cold, sometimes you get real hot, And sometimes a lot of people don't live. When you run off, as we are talking about the struggle, when you run off, sometimes you're not living in a house right away, or you know what I mean, or
you gotta crawl before you walk. So some people even live in their vehicle. If they can get like a little piece of car, they might be living in their car.
Yeah, or even if sometimes you live in a house, because sometimes some people live in a house and then it's either they can't pay their rent in a winter and then get kicked out, or you live with family member and them kick you out right in the winter. So how it have to go, how it have to go. Or even if them kick you out in the summer we kind of alright, then maybe can survive it, but not the winter.
Yeah, because it's certain areas of like the states where people kind of flock to when they come here from other countries. So you have a lot of people like say from the Caribbean that might go to Florida. Florida is kind of similar to the Caribbean, where it's beautiful like flowers and palm trees and warm weather. You have a lot of people that go up north because maybe they have family up there. So they go to like New York and Connecticut, and baby, it's cold up there.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, as we are say, a lot of people even sleep in a them vehicle. Even like, you remember one time I did that work and I see like somebody like them asleep in a them vehicle. Like it just
that kind of shook you.
Yeah, you know what I say, if you see.
Yeah,
but
Kimar was in the truck and he saw somebody sleeping in their vehicle and he was like, what?
Yeah, but that was in the summertime.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, the winter.
But just to see somebody sleeping in their vehicle was like a reality check that people living like that in America too.
Yeah, man. So that is another part of the struggle. The winter. Sometimes even you have to have the money to maintain. Again, like you have to have the winter clothes and the summer clothes, and then sometimes when the people them have to sleep in them vehicle, and sometimes even if you're in your vehicle and something your vehicle now eat tonight, when a winter your vehicle now eat, and when a summer your vehicle now air. So it's a whole heap of struggle. As a immigrant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing I want to mention too, which is like the fourth thing, is that you don't really have anybody you can depend on. Like sometimes like people come up here and they run off. And if you don't have any family or anybody that you can kind of rely on, or like give you a kind of a hand up, you on your own, you know.
Yeah, man.
And like I was saying before, like people don't really want, like American people, like we don't want to take on like anybody else's burden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like you come here, you illegal, you don't have any paperwork, you don't have a
you
job.
Have paperwork, you know, you can't get a job. No proper schooling.
Yes. So it's kind of like
no proper health care.
You just kind of right. So
yeah,
it's kind of like you just winging it day by day.
Yeah, man.
And you know, a lot of Americans don't really want to take that person in and be responsible for that person that don't really have nothing to contribute, you know, because it takes money to survive over here.
So number 5 on the board. So the 5th thing is like them always living in fear. It's like you're always living in fear as an illegal immigrant. Like, for example, say you're driving and you're rushing to your little job or something, and you was speeding, or say one of your light out on your vehicle. It can't be anything, you get pulled over by the cops. Them are worried.
Yep.
Them always have to look over them back.
Yeah.
Them are worried. I wonder what is gonna be the outcome.
Yeah, you know? You're gonna be wondering, like, is this the time where they're gonna look and see, like, I'm really not supposed to be here?
Yes. So them living a lot of fear. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
That ain't really no fun.
No,
like always having
no.
to like look over your shoulder. It's
Yes.
like you're a criminal. You kind of feel like a criminal. It's like you always got to be looking over your back, you know? But that even leads us into like number 6. The last thing is that a lot of people think like illegal immigrants want to come over here and just use somebody. But you got a lot of bad mind or like corrupt minded people here in the States. And so sometimes like when people know your situation, they use that against you. Like they threaten you, or they even try to take advantage of you, you know, being like an illegal immigrant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so basically as my wife, I say when people know you're not straight, them try to use you. So I know a similar story like that. So I'm gonna end it out with a story like that. So yeah, one time I meet with this guy, you know what I mean, and we did a chill, and he give me a similar story like him come here, but him actually straight right now. But when he was here and he run off, meaning he get his time through immigration and he overstayed, you know, he meet somebody he meet somebody over here, and that is a opportunity to get straight. And so when he married now, basically when he married her now, each time she must show up for the interview. When it reached that part,
Right.
she keep on not showing up, because the longer she not show up, the more she can
So
have
she
him.
wasn't showing up for the interview?
Yes, so she can have him in her, so she can have him for use him. And at times, because majority of the time when you're already over here, some people find love and then married and then it works.
Yeah, it can
Some
happen.
people try to do like a business arrangement. So it wasn't like he was really looking for the love right there. He was
So
looking
he was
for
in
a
a
business arrangement.
She kind of knew like he needed to get straight, and so
Yes.
she agreed to help him, but she was using him as well.
Yes,
Okay.
she see that in a way where she could make it very beneficial to her. And basically she live off of him now. You know?
Wow.
So basically she started tell him like, even she have her man and she'd have called him up, and he know that it's $200 for a certain type of shoes, and she'd have called him up and said she need $1,000 to buy a pair of Reebok Classic or a pair of Timberland. When the Reebok Classic or Timberland cost $200, she said she need $1,000, and she gonna tell you straight up she need it for her boyfriend. That's humiliating.
So he working,
you know?
yeah. So he working hard, trying to make it. You know, he married somebody who say, yes, I know your situation. I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna help you. And then she ended up taking advantage of him.
Yes. Then he said one day he just get mad, you know, and call her up. You know what I mean? And he was like, man, I'm tired, because it's a lot of struggle and it's a lot of stress.
It ain't like
because,
he thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, you know, because he already gave her the money for the business wedding. And then she know his situation, so she started using him to get more.
Yeah. So it's
You
like
know what
she
I
didn't
mean?
even really want him to get straight, because she trying to get what she can out of him
Yeah,
too.
but look what he did. He said he get mad, then one day he let her know, man, this is the end of it. I'm ready to go home no matter what.
I'm going home.
You know what I mean? So he said he called her
like
up
better
and
I
tell
struggle
her,
in my country.
yeah, you know, because this was a struggle. So he called her up and let you know that if she don't come to the interview, he's gonna let them know that as well. It's a business arrangement, so she's doing fraud as well.
Yeah.
So when she look at it, you know, he played her back because she married him for fraud. The marriage wasn't real.
Right.
So it's like when she look at it, you know, she didn't want to get into problem because he played her back and let you know, if you don't come to the interview this time, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna tell them that it was a fraudulent. You doing fraud.
So at that point, he was just ready to like let it all go as well. He's like, I'm gonna tell them that you in on it too.
Yes.
And then maybe they're gonna send me back, and I'm good with that because I'm struggling here. Yes. Better I go back and struggle there where I know that struggle.
So look, he said when he tell her that she did make it at the interview, and she did hold his hand like this, and she held it tight. And he said he did get his paper that day.
Oh my God! So he got straight from that.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Good.
So he said he got straight right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And
it happens though. It happens.
Things flow. So I asked him, man, do you still deal with? Talk to that lady. He said, man, I seen her the other day. I just walked.
Just walk on by. Well, you know, it's like she put a bad taste in his mouth too, because it don't really have to end like that, you know.
Yeah,
like she knew what she was getting into, and she just kind of took advantage of the situation. So it's a lot of people like that too, you know. So it's like people come here, they think like, oh, America is, you know, the home of the brave, land of the free. I could come here and live this lavish lifestyle. And they don't realize, like, when you get here, like, what you're going to have to go through to get to that point, you know? Because how is he doing now?
He doing great. He have a lot of business now, you know what I mean?
Okay. Is he married?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
And I have family and I have businesses.
Yeah, so you see it can work out, you know? Like, it can still work for you. So, you know, that's even kind of like the lesson in it, you know, like you might get an opportunity to come to America, you might be, you know, illegal, but as long as you are like pushing towards greatness, greatness can come. Yeah, man. You know?
So if you're watching this video and you here illegally or you anywhere illegally, I just want to leave a word of advice to you guys. Just keep pushing, you know what I mean? Don't lose faith, don't lose hope. Just stay focused, just keep pushing, because as you guys see, it can work. You know, and you guys definitely see it work. Even the guy that I just now explained in this video, he started off, he wasn't straight, then he's straight. Now he got multiple business, different streams of income. So
yeah, it worked out for him. Yeah, so it's kind of like, you know, you struggle, but the struggle, you know, if you stay focused, can lead to greater things as well. Yeah, man, but you got to have your mind right too, you know.
Because it's always the rough road before this.
Yeah, you got to crawl before you can walk.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, I would even just say, like, forget about what you see on TV, you know, in the videos or, you know, whatever. Like, you think, like, America is this, you know, great place, because it's hard over here. You know, it's a struggle even for people that's born over here.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's kind of like the thing, even with immigration, why a lot of people, you know, fight so hard against illegal immigrants being here, because it's like, you know, we struggling too. And then now you coming over here and you getting benefits that, you know, maybe I'm due and I can't even get them. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you know, the struggle is real. And I would even just, you know, as you said, keep pushing. You know, that's what you have to do in life anyway. You know, sometimes you go through ups and downs, you know, the valleys, the low points in life, but you just got to keep pushing and keep going. Stay focused, work hard, and greater things are going to come to you, you know?
Just have faith, keep on push, keep on carry on. And it's rough, you know, as an immigrant, but it can happen. You know what I mean? So just have the faith and push and carry on.
So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like the video.
Drop a comment. Share the Bonnicks content.
Yep. And subscribe.
Peace out.
We'll see you next time. Peace out.